Hey guys, it's Brian with Seller.Tools, and I want to get a little bit more technical in some of the flows that we gave to you guys. So the first flow I'm going to take a look at is the code distribution flow, okay? And this is going to give you just a really basic idea of how powerful this is. Let me get rid of this guy. Let me go ahead and edit and kind of zoom in one more time so we can kind of poke around and play around. Okay. So let's just say you're doing maybe some sort of ClickFunnels, you're doing maybe Facebook promotion, some sort of advertising, maybe you're emailing to your Facebook page or your group, and you're saying, hey, I want you to purchase my widget with an 80% off coupon code. So that's what we're going to do right here, okay? Now, the person says, yes, I want a coupon code. Then ManyChat says, okay, let's get you your coupon code. And this is where the magic happens. This is called an external request. The external request means you go out, get some information, and bring it back. Really simple. In order to do that, you just click here. You do, perform actions, and then change the action to external request. Okay? Now, since I already have it made, I'm just going to delete this here. Now, let's dive into what the heck is going on. So first thing I have is the get. When I go out and get information, I'm pulling information in. Maybe it's the status of an order. Maybe I'm getting a coupon code. Maybe I'm getting the weight of my product because I want to monitor the weight of my product, right? That's getting. Posting is pushing. So let's say you want to push an MCF order. You want to post an MCF order. So you want to send in an MCF order to Seller Central for them to ship out an item. You want to push coupon codes into a promotion. You're posting. All right, so anytime you send data, post. Anytime you pull data, get. Hopefully that makes perfect sense. Now, next thing is the URL. This is the request we're making. Now, as you can see here, let's dive into the documentation first. So the one that we're doing here is getting a coupon code from a promotion and marking it as used. Okay, so we have our URL here. We have a hash, and then we have a little bit more of the URL. So we come over here. We have the URL here, we have the hash, and we have a little bit more URL, okay? This hash is the hash or the ID of your promotion. So if I head over to Seller.Tools, this is my promotions I've made. As you can see, this is my new promo, this is a hash, and it has 3 coupon codes in total. This one is 9. Let's see if I could just kind of zoom in. There we go. So this has 9 coupon codes in this particular promotion that I'm doing, right? And 3 of them have been claimed. So if I want to pull a coupon from this particular promotion, I would use this hash. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. I would paste it right there. That means any customer that flows through this flow in ManyChat is going to get a coupon from this promotion. Next, authorization is simply just passes it to Seller.Tools and says, hey, give me your API key. Okay, so you would just type the word authorization there. Next, this is your API key. You would go ahead and paste in your API key. Now, here I'm calling a custom field here with this little widget right here, which calls this bot field, which is my API key. So instead of copying and pasting my API key over and over again, it's going to pull it from. It's going to pull this every single time right here, so I don't have to keep copy and pasting. All right. Now, so that's one of the custom fields that the template, when you download, is going to pre-create for you. Okay. You don't have to use our custom fields. You could use whatever custom fields you want. If you download the template, it'll give you a really good idea of what we're doing. As you can see, there's a lot of custom fields that we make for you. And again, you don't have to use them. If you're maybe new to ManyChat, you may want to start using them. If you're an expert, you could just do whatever you want. Anything you do in Seller.Tools has nothing to do with the custom fields inside of ManyChat. Okay, so deep diving in a little bit further, what we're going to do is request a coupon. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and test the request. Okay, so it tests the request and I get 200 okay. 200 okay is good. Okay is good. Anything else is bad. If I come over here, I can see that a 200 is good. 200 is going to give me a coupon code. All right. And it gave me a coupon code, which this one was called coupon number 4, right? So it went and talked to Seller.Tools, and of this, it went ahead and grabbed coupon number 4. So if I refresh the screen, we have 9 total and 3 used. If I refresh the screen, now we have 9 total and 4 used. So as you can see, this begins to get really powerful because you can start sucking out coupons and whatever you want to do with them. Okay, so now I just grabbed a coupon, and now we want to do is give that coupon to the user. And how we want to do that is we want to map it. So we head on over here to response mapping. And what we're doing here is we're taking the data and the value and putting it into this custom field. I know at first this seems a little complicated, but it actually is really easy. Okay, so data and value. If we go back to response, here is the data and here's the value. The value is coupon 4. Okay, if I would do coupon, if another person came through, they get coupon 5. It's a hierarchy. You want to go through data to get the value of the coupon. The value of the coupon is coupon 4. Okay, so over here, we're going to top level data, then we're going to get the value of the coupon, and we're going to store that value right here into ST promotion data value. Okay, and then we can call that, and I can go ahead and save. Okay, so going back in just one more time, what we're doing is we're requesting a coupon from this promotion. This is our authorization to do so. This information here is not passed to the customer. The customer has no idea that this is happening in ManyChat. When it talks to, I'm gonna do it again, test request, I'm gonna get coupon 5. Before it was coupon 4, now it's coupon 5 because it's another user coming in. Let's grab coupon 5 and we're gonna map it to the customer's promotion data value. So it's the promotion, it's data and the value. It's the data and the value, right? So moving on to this one right here, this is where we give the coupon back to the customer. Okay, it says, you know, let's just say full name, here's your unique coupon code, and here it is, because we're calling the promotion data value. We're taking that value of the custom field and putting it inside of the ManyChat chat. So that person now receives that coupon code. Okay, then it's going to send them a super URL, which is self-explanatory. It's going to wait, and it's going to go through and say, hey, were you able to place your order? All right, they say, yes, I was able to place my order. It says, okay, great. What is your order? All right, this is the next thing that we're doing here. All right, the next thing that we're doing here is order confirmation. Very next is we're going to confirm that they placed the order, because we don't want to keep interacting with the person, or maybe we want to provide really good customer service. So we want to verify that the order at this point is pending. So when an order goes into Amazon, it'll be pending. When it's pending, we know that they placed the order, right? From there, we can go ahead and keep testing it later, you know, maybe in a day or 2 days or 3 days. And once it's shipped, let's just say, we can message the person back and say, hey, I just noticed your item was shipped, right? This is the power you're doing. It's almost replacing email. So you say, hey, I noticed your item is shipped. I'm going to follow with you in a couple of days to make sure you're happy. Really good customer service, which is going to give us the ability to get a really good review. Okay, so let's talk about the order confirmation. So over here, the person punched in an order ID, and now we want to confirm it. So we're going to do the same thing. This is an external request. The authorization is exactly the same. Nothing changes. The API key is exactly the same as it was before. We're getting the status of an order ID, so it's get, and we're getting the status of an order. So if I want to head on over to my documentation, sorry if this seems a little complicated, but it actually is easy. Once you play around with it a couple times, it actually becomes very easy. So I want to get order by ID, right? So this is the URL, and this is the order ID. It's in brackets, right? So if I were to try it out, I would hit execute, and it's going to return the same exact information, everything about it. So over here, it's the same thing. Here's the URL. And then this time, it's calling a custom field. So going back here, right here, when someone inputs the information in, I'm going to store that information into a custom field. Okay. Now that it's stored in a custom field, I'm going to ask Seller.Tools to check the status of that custom field. If you wanted to test it yourself, you could paste in an order ID right here. But this is asking for that order from the customer. All right, let's go ahead and test it. I don't know if I have an order on mine, but let's see. Nope, I do not have an order on mine. So it's an error because I have not gone through this sequence to get the status of this order. So what we can go ahead and do is just play around with it. I can go over to myself and I can actually just hit refresh. And let's go ahead and just kind of paste it in so we could test it here. So I'm going to paste in my order ID. Paste. There's my order ID. And I can come on over here to test it again and it should work. And let's try it. And there you go. I have all the information about the order. This entire long line is the same exact thing that is right here. This entire long information here. This is the postal code, the city, the state, how much the person paid for it, when it was shipped, how fast it was shipped, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. As you can see, you can start seeing how powerful this is. So now I know in this particular instance, it is shipped. And I could, now I want to store the status. So go back to response mapping. So I'm taking the the data and the order status, and I'm going to store that into the data order status. Okay. So it's going to take the data, and then it's going to take, what is it going to take? Order underscore status. So it's going to take, let's see, I'll do this real quick. Order underscore status, which is shipped. So it's going to take the value of shipped, and it's going to put it right here. Okay. So what happens then is it will actually, I don't think it does it here yet. Oh, it just stores it. But at that point, you could give it back to the customer and say, hey, I noticed that your item is shipped, which I think that's what we do over order status. So let's go ahead and just jump in. Let's keep this going. So under order status, it's going to ask them, excuse me, it's going to ask them, do you want the order status or the ship date? Okay, let's just say order status. It's going to come over and do the same thing. It's going to request the same exact information as before. Exactly the same. All right. As you can see, the same information. It's going to map the same information as before, but this time it's going to give it out to the customer, which is your order, which is the order ID. See right there, there's this order ID. And your order ID is the status, is shipped. So if I were to test it, is preview. Coming over here, what information would you like? I want the order status. So right now we're going through the flow, giving me to check the status. Look, my order is shipped, right? So my order is shipped. So custom field 1, custom field 2, and I did that live. So it's talking to Amazon in real time. It's absolutely amazing. So if I want to check something else, let's just say this is the ship date. And come on over and say, hey, I want to check something else. It's going to start over the process, the estimated ship date, and it's going to get that information. Look, 9618. So in that particular instance, I'm doing the same call with the same information here. Nothing is different here. But in this time, instead of doing data order status, I'm doing data earliest ship date. So I come over here, as you can see, latest ship date. Where is it? It's right there. I lost it again. Earliest ship date. So it's grabbing that information. I could get any of this here and store any of this information. It could be how many items they ordered. You could say, hey, I noticed you ordered 5 items. Thank you so much for ordering 5 items. Here's an additional coupon. It could be that powerful. You could put people through a flow and see, okay, do you meet this condition? Do you meet this condition? If you do meet this condition, like here's a coupon code, or you know, if they're unhappy, give them a refund. Like, it's really powerful. So hopefully that makes sense. And we separated the flows so that you can copy and choose what you wanted to include and what you didn't. So you will get all 3 flows. Oops, not that one. You will get all 3, and each one is separated, but they definitely meld together. But we kept them separated so that you can go ahead and pick and choose what you wanted and what you don't want. So hopefully this video makes sense. A little bit more in depth, a little more technical. I know you guys will have a lot of questions, but definitely deep dive into ManyChat, deep dive into the API, play around with it. And once you set up and play around with a couple of these flows, you know, 2, 3, 4 times, it'll almost become second nature. And then your imagination takes over. And you're like, wow, what can I do with this now? And if you look at some of my flows are just massive. And flow feeds into another flow, and that feeds into another flow. And what ends up happening is a customer has a complete conversation with themselves, from the ordering process to the coupon distribution to the request for a review, for everything you possibly want, to the tracking information, to the hey, I just noticed your item was shipped, everything you want, all within a flow. So again, not to speak negatively of your imagination, but it really is what you can kind of dream of, you can actually do now inside of ManyChat with the power of Seller Tools behind it. So let me know if you guys have questions, and I'll see you guys in the next video.